Morning, y'all. Better make a coffee. So I don't know if you're noticing anything different about me this morning. Yeah, got my Christmas jumper on. So lots of people practicing their putting, chipping, going to the range a bit more. Some just stopped playing in the winter from yesterday's comments, it seems.
Yeah, I could hear that all night. I was in my room and all I could hear was that. It was fine for the first hour, but then it just got really annoying. Can you play it in the living room instead?
Bit grumpy. A bowl?
Yes, it was.
Kept her awake last night, she said. Are you going to sing everything all day?
I'm going to put it down now. Right, today's question. The TaylorMade P730 review went up last night. If you haven't already seen it, go over to my channel, which you're kind of on, and check it out. Have you ever considered blades, even though if they're way outside of your kind of handicap range that everyone seems to want to put on golf clubs? Let me know. Have you tried them? Have you considered them? Comments down below. Why would you not game them? Love to hear. Hit that comment section up down there. Thumbs up as always, and don't be afraid to subscribe if you don't already. Overdraws and hooks is today's swing. This is what this player has sent me saying he's complaining of. Club face definitely getting very twisted at the top here, which you can see if he doesn't manage this correctly. Face has got a good chance of being close to a path, certainly taking loft off if he doesn't do things. And what we do see is lack of rotation here, forward thrusting of the hips. Everything this player can do to stop that ball starting left there doing. So we're going to talk about ideas of moving the way he turns to try and control the face differently to help them get maybe a slightly more neutral miss and a slightly more neutral shot. Oh my word, that is very, very wet. I'm heading to see Dan the man. Get up, Dan. Get up, Dan. Yeah. Maintenance. Screen maintenance. Right, first point I want you to think about is about that twisted face and then in turn your body movement. Dan's going to help me. So I hit a shot, just trying to hit a standard shot. Ignore that it's a driver because it's an iron, we didn't change the graphics. So the lie was 1.3 toed up. That's because it's a tightless club and they're a bit upright. This isn't fit for me. Path 0, face 0. I'm now going to hit a shot where I put all your twists in that we see in the face. So I'm going to start with the face pointing kind of in the left hand corner. I'm going to grip a club twisted, so in effect my hands are very twisted, strong, what people call in relationship to a face pointing straight. And the object of this swing, like your swing, is I'm not allowed to go left. So all I want to do is what you do, which is thrust hips, feel like I'm tilting shoulders this way to try and push path kind of way over there so I can try and turn it back to target because I know I've got this turn in there. Oh, that's hard to do, but that is right of target. So I've kept that right of target, you can see it out here. So my lie now has massively changed because I'm thrusting my hips to raise the handle. 3.6 toed down, I was 1 point something toed up. Path's from 29 degrees from the inside, obviously I'm taking this to extreme. And the face is 7.5 closed. Is that to path? Yeah. Face to path, yeah. So with your twists, I still hit a functional shot, but I had to do very extreme body movements, which is what we see in your swing. Now, when you get a student like this, I find that if you just take the twists out from the beginning, but then you keep the extreme body movements in, they whinge a lot.
They do.
Like, because they hit miles right and they don't like it.
Correct, yeah.
So I like to do this with them. So I like to keep their twists in, just keep them feeling secure and safe. But I want them to start activating their body very differently to try and get the path left of the face. So they can keep the twists in,
yeah,
but by opening their body up, so hips and shoulders feel like they're really rotating round to this wall on the downswing, can change their impacts. So let me just do a demonstration. Loads of twists at the start. And I'm going to try and move my path left of that face. Oh, I toed it a bit, but it's a relatively straight ball. Weak on distances, but it's gone relatively straight-ish flight, almost fading. That's me using body rotations massively to manage face and path together. So my lie is 2 toed up, so my lie's back to normal, not thrusting my hips forward so much. my path is 0 and my face is 0. So I can manage your twists if we get your body to help. Your body helps you manage the twists in a way that starts the ball way right. Then what happens when he doesn't manage his body correctly, he gets the overturn. Yeah. Where if we can get you moving your path left and keep that twisting at the start, you're going to start hitting some better shots. Then I would move on to try and calming down the twist. Yeah. Then the whinging begins. So if that guy's got that massive twist and we wanted to calm it down, so we've got his body moving, where would you look first for the cause of the big twist?
Grip?
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
So where might his hands be? This is what he needs to check. So more turned over to his right.
Yeah.
So under the club. That's the first thing I would always try and calm down if someone's struggling with overturns and they can't manage the face to the path, and you get their body turning, and it kind of helps them, but not as much as it needs to happen. So you just get the grip kind of calmed down. Now I want you to go top of your backswing and stop for me with a neutral grip. So let's show a neutral grip as well. So we've got kind of this V more on top of the club, seeing 2 to 3 knuckles rather than you might be seeing maybe around 4.
Yeah, 4.
Absolutely. And there's loads of videos on YouTube about grip. I've done loads, other pros have done loads. Go and check them out as well. Just it's a place you need to kind of look, first port of call, if the body turn isn't solving everything. Now I want you to just go top of your backswing and stop for me. Now if you were to put this shoulder kind of more this way, that's always going to add, or not always, but for lots of golfers, add more twist and enable them to twist than if you got more rotation in this shoulder. Is going to get the face working quite differently on the way back. To give you an example, if you slowly come back without hitting me and do that, so the ultimate non-rotation of this trail shoulder, that face is just basically pointing down at the ground.
Yep.
If you now flip, so this shoulder, the elbow points down at the ground, that face is now pointing more up towards the sky. So getting golfers to feel the rotation in this shoulder can control the face very differently. If I wanted to keep the face kind of de-lofting on the way back, feeling like it's pointing left, I'm just going to do that all day long. So I would go grip, and then if that didn't work, which for most golfers that just does it with the body turn. The other part I would think about trying to get them to feel like they're doing this with their trail shoulder, which is rotating it more, because it will help them not do this so much. And then it's from there on, it's a case of just dealing with their emotions, because it's going to feel odd, it's going to feel weak. They often say, oh, it doesn't feel like I've got any power doing it that way.
No, absolutely right.
And I think, well, you hit some shots, speed's the same, strike varies more because it feels awkward. Yeah. But if speed's the same, then as long as their delivery is somewhere near the same, then often they add more loft, which actually sets it up in the air more and it hits it further. It's their kind of relationship to power that is wrong, rather than they don't hit it as far, I often find. Right, all done at Dan's, time to get home. Right, home, but first, before I go and pick up the kids. Collected. Yeah, it's a bit cold, isn't it, bruh? Don't fancy putting that coat on ever.
It's not that cold. It's not that cold. Freezing! No, it's not.
Exactly, freezing. Oh, get unpacked. Right, the biggest point with players who I see, it's like a reoccurring pattern with this problem. That kind of strong grip, possibly strong grip, hooking shots, twisted, thanks Milo, twisted faces, those kind of ideas, is the ones who improve the most are the ones who are willing to make a change. Now that sounds obvious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But what happens is that because they can often hit it quite well, so when they hit it well, they hit like really good shots, as good as anyone. A bit like Rory, but not that he has this mistake. But think of Rory, when he hits a good shot, it's as good as me or Matt's and better. It's just his bad shots are so bad, and I think often people forget to rate themselves on their bad shots. So It's hard for them to do this change, to make this change, because it feels weaker, like I was saying earlier. It feels harder to control. But in the long term, in the long run, it can make a massive difference. So actually the biggest lesson today, certainly for overdraws, overhookers, is you've got to be the ones willing to change. You've got to be the ones willing to think the fact that I can't hit a controlled fade is a problem. I'm not as skilled as my carbon copy who can do that. I haven't got a go-to shot that just hits fairway. Those kind of ideas. Being willing to change. Sounds so obvious, but it's so important. Sausages and mash for tonight's winter tea. See you all tomorrow. Post comments down below. As always, hit that thumbs up button if you're loving the daily vlogs. And remember, all swings coming from my Instagram at Crossfield Mark this week. Give us a follow, send us your swing. You might be tomorrow's swing. See you later.